ladies and gentlemen, you might want to double clench your butt cheeks real quick, and I really wish I could say psych right now, but it's one of those nights. You don't have to like the video, you don't have to subscribe. Let's jump right into it. Looks like we may need Detective Booklow. Don't be rolling those fat doobies. Brother ended up rolling like 20 tons of doobies out there, man. That's wild. But check this, roll it.
So Trump did actually make comments about Epstein.
Well, I haven't been overly interested in it. You know, it's a hoax that's been built up way beyond proportion. I can say this, those files were run
you're welcome for
by
that,
the worst scum on earth.
Hoax.
The whole thing is a hoax. They can put things in the file that are fake. Those files were run by bad, sick people. But they were run by my enemy. If there was anything in there, they would have used them for the election.
I just don't know why. If you thought they were being run by the enemy and you thought they had altered the files, then why would you bring on multiple people into your staff as cabinet members that advocated for releasing the files?
Facts.
It just doesn't make sense.
And another argument here, and what Trump said, one of those points is valid, as in, because this is something that I've seen you guys also talk about it too, that okay, if it's true, if Trump actually went to the island or he was in the files, the Democrats would have released it. Good point, solid point, I agree with that too. But the counter argument is a big one on this one. It's probable that even the Democrats are actually in the files, and that's the reason why they don't want to release it. That was the point back then, and now we know it's true because Trump recently said that Bill Clinton is on the files and he went to the island 28 times. Not an opinion. This is not my opinion. This is not an opinion. This is what Trump said previously. And Bill Clinton, part of Democratic Party. So it makes it makes more sense why the Democrats also don't want to release it, because the politicians, their politicians, are also on the files. Now, forget about like whether, or it's not forget about it, it's more like, okay, I know some of you believe it, some of you don't believe it, and it's not about that, whether you believe Trump is on the files or in the files or went to the island or not. It's more so than now the fact is Trump mentioned that Bill Clinton went to the island 28 times. And these politicians, okay, some of them are still governing us. They are governing us, okay? They done some of the most heinous crimes with kids, with children on that island. And guess what? They're walking free. Some of them already, and some of them are currently still are governing us. There's no justice served. Okay, so if Trump is not in the files, or if he's on the files, if he went to the island, if he didn't went to the island, there are tons of other politicians, not from the US alone, but politicians from all around the world on the files. Not just on the files, actually went to the island, done those heinous crimes, and they still are governing us, and justice not yet served, and nothing is being done about it. Goes to like show you like the complexity or the weirdness of the situation. Not necessarily the weirdness, that's the wrong word. There's another word that I'm actively searching for a word that I can say on YouTube without, you know what I'm saying, because there was another word that I was gonna say, but I cannot say that word on YouTube. So, but yeah, man, like justice needs to be served. The files need to be brought forward, whether Trump is on the files or not, whether he went to the island or not. This is bigger than just Trump. Guys, focus on yourself. Put God first if you're a believer. If not, well, put your family first. Put yourself first, right? Put your country first, right? Not the politicians, man. Put yourself first, because left, right, middle, whatever, like, bro, like left, right, same wing, man, same wing, same bird. You feel what I'm saying? So
sense. And especially like he's alluded to, like, you know, Prince Andrew and Bill Clinton being involved. Like that's the issue, right?
I don't do drawings. I'm not a drawing person. I don't do drawings. Sometimes people say, would you draw a building? And I'll draw 4 lines and a little roof, you know, for a charity stuff. But I'm not a drawing person. I don't do drawings of women. They say there's a drawing of a woman. Do you know that my poll numbers are up 4.5 points since this ridiculous Epstein stuff, because people don't buy it? And I
just feel like they'd be up by 10 points if you just posted it and it implicated people that you thought were implicated, like Bill Clinton.
Just for a
got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein.
This is, but I don't like this. I think it's
gone, and we want to focus on trade deals. And by the way, I never went to the island, and Bill Clinton went there supposedly.
Yeah, there we go. And that's the thing, right? Like, Bill Clinton, yeah, he's saying Bill Clinton went to the island. Why is justice not being served? Why is nothing happening to Bill Clinton? You feel what I'm saying? Nothing happening, as in, why is he not behind bars? Why is he not, you know, brought in court? Where's the justice system? Again, it proves the point. Rules for thee, not for me. Rules for the poor people, rules for everybody except for the elite.
28 times. I never had the privilege of going to his island, and I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down. I didn't want to go to his island.
Trump's 100% hiding shit. At this point, so much of this doesn't...
Privilege, never had the privilege. A lot of people from Palm Beach were invited that went to the island, but he didn't. Okay, then release the files, release the names. This is insane, bro. Like, damn. Those politicians are still governing us, man. Like, it's wild, bro. It
doesn't make sense to me at all. I think one of Trump's biggest strengths is his ability to read a room and effectively figure out what people are thinking. What's weird about this situation with Epstein is that it's like he's totally off base with it in a way that I would have never expected.
Check this out. Andrew Schultz slams Trump. And real quick, though, before I forget, shout out to the homie Gone Gaming, Genevieve, and Rachel for re-becoming members on the channel. Appreciate the homie Matt, the homie Gary for the 5-5s. Shout out to the homie Steven for the 10. Thank you guys so much for all the love on the channel. You guys gotta do none of it, man. I appreciate all the super thanks, the tips, and all that. Means tremendous, guys. Thank you. Let's actually get to it. Roll it.
He is rebuking the base, like almost like spitting in their face. Like, they are asking for it. He campaigned on it. He puts Bongino and Cash in there, which might be the stupidest thing in the history of the world. Like,
the homie Cash, but no Patel, man. Damn, bro. Like, the homie Cash, he said psych and he just 180'd, man. He said psych, bro, I ain't gonna release the files no more. I'ma peace out. He dropped deuces and he out, bro.
Why would you put the two guys that have non-stop pounded the pavement talking about how we're gonna expose this Epstein thing, and the second they get in there, like, you better shut the f up.
Yeah, to shut him up.
Go on Rogan, lie.
Yeah.
Like, it is a very peculiar thing. It worked in that I think it moved any of the smoke off of Trump, because at least for me, I was like, there's no way that he's involved if he's putting Bongino and Cash in, who have campaigned on exposing it. Like, why would you hire those guys or appoint those guys, right? So I'm like, he can't be. But the fact that he will not touch this, and then this last week, him doing the distractions,
bro,
dropping the MLK file. Like, who asked for the MLK file?
I think MLK files are now they are out, right? Okay, now it's good that MLK files are out. Yeah, we demand answers, absolutely. Release the alien files, release the UFO files, release everything. Release the 911 files as well, release everything. But also release the Epstein files too. One in the comments if you demand answers. We demand answers. We demand answers. One in the comments if you demand answers. Two if you do not demand answers and you believe the government. 110%. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Gonna get the jabs, gonna get the ticks, okay? I'm gonna close my eyes, close my ears, and just believe everything they say, all right? I mean, if that's you, man. Yeah, I mean, if that's you. Put it in the comments, let us know, man.
He started talking about Obama, I was like, oh, he's guilty.
Yeah.
Also, for the MLK file. The second he started talking about Obama, I was like, oh, he's guilty.
Yeah.
Also, like, why are you talking about Obama and treason? You got a guy who has sex with teenagers
Hey, whoa, bro, chill.
that you were protecting.
The Epstein stuff is so crazy because when Cash Patel was on here,
the
and he was like,
the homie Cash, but no Patel, bro. He pieced out, bro. Like, he pieced out.
Like, there's nothing. And I was like, what are you talking?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what to say. My thought was, and people are like, why didn't you push back more? My thought was like, I'm just going to put this out there and let the internet do its work. Because there's nothing I can. The guy's saying there's no tapes, there's no video. That doesn't make any sense. Everyone knows it doesn't make any sense. The whole thing is nuts. And then he's like, well, we have a film. We're going to release that film. And the film has a minute missing from it.
Yeah.
Like, do you think?
And then they said 3 minutes were missing, bro. Then they said 3 minutes were missing. Like, what, bro? Say psych, man. Is it a minute? Is it 3 minutes? This is why I'm saying, bro, we need Detective Dokes for sure. I agree. We need Detective James Dokes. We might even need Dexter. But more so than that, most importantly, we need the homie Book Love. rolling those fat doobies like it's nothing, man. Don't be rolling those fat doobies, guys. I don't want you guys be like, you know, rolling 20, 30 doobies, and then you're like, huh? What? Where have the times gone? Yeah, no, don't do that. 1 or 2 doobie, I get it though, but 20, 30, way too much, guys. Way too much, gang, but okay.
We're babies? Like, what is this? Minute missing from it?
Yeah.
Like, do you think we're babies? Like, what is this?
The backstory, of course, FBI Director Kash Patel, who was on Rogan's show last month, promising to release everything that the administration could. But Patel has since faced blowback from Trump supporters after the DOJ earlier this month released a memo confirming that Epstein had died by suicide and that there was no evidence the financier had a client list that could lead to more prosecution. So, John Heilman, you're our Manosphere correspondent.
Yeah,
and
right now,
I wanted to
beefing.
get your sense as to why you...
Yeah, right now, everybody beefing, man. Like, Trump supporters beefing, anti-Trump supporters beefing, people that are in the middle beefing, everybody beefing. Like, we beefing, man. Everybody beefing. But not seriously, though. You know, people that are governing us, they went to the island, did those heinous crimes, and nothing is being done about it, bro. Goes to show you, like, where we are as a species, bro. Rules for thee, but not for me.
You think this is a rift. We know that the Epstein conspiracy theories really erupted on the right, and President Trump, for the first time, has been unable to sort of put it back in the box. Like, these people, Rogan, Schultz, the like, they're not letting it go.
I'm gonna show you this.
Yeah, they're not idiots. And a lot of those.
You know what? Let's actually cut to the chase. I want to show you this video too. But real quick though, a minute of this one, which is this one is from Charlie, the homie Penguin Z0. Roll it.
In the world, his partner, by the way, the only person to ever face any repercussions for their involvement in Epstein's crimes, is potentially looking at a pardon. Is that not the most sickening thing you could possibly imagine? So what's happening now is this administration has fully kegeled the orb of confusion, and they've completely stopped pretending to give even the slightest fuck about the Epstein files. They're not even dropping morsels of information regarding that anymore. Instead, they've shifted their focus to Ghislaine Maxwell, whom is somehow drumming up quite a bit of support from like chunks of the MAGA team, Squad MAGA. Like, there are people unironically cheering for Ghislaine Maxwell as if she's some kind of fucking hero right now.
Yeah, that's
She
insane,
is a
bro.
child sex trafficker.
Hey, whoa, hey, bro, time out, bro. Time out, man. Time out, bro. Chill. What the hell, man? What the hell, bro? Like, okay, so that's a minute 12:27. I gotta remove that word because that's not allowed on YouTube, bro.
What is happening to the world? But now, since the administration has completely given up on ever releasing the Epstein files, it seems, they are talking with her and dangling a potential pardon and recently like this limited immunity in her face. Which, if you have your thinking caps on, if your IQ is, you know, above 60, you should be able to recognize how manipulative this is. Why would you not release the Epstein files? You have them. Well, actually, if you...
And, I mean, yeah, facts, but another point is Trump just confirmed Bill Clinton went to the island 28 times. So another reason to release the files and show us the truth and let the names out. Because it's not just Bill Clinton. It's not just the US politicians. It's politicians from all over the globe. Chances are high, whatever country, whatever server you're living in right now, your politician that may still be governing you, or that has governed you before, or your parents or your ancestors, actually went to the island and did that crazy stuff, man. And they're either no longer with us now, or they're still walking free with billions of dollars, and nothing is being done about it. It's insane, man. It is really insane. Shout out to the homie Dr. G. Okay, so he's gonna go in body language and analysis style. Roll it.
Hey everybody, Dr. G here. I'm a clinical and forensic psychologist as well as a body language expert, and today we're going to be analyzing the behavior and body language of Jeffrey Epstein during a deposition, responding to questions about President Trump. Before we get started with this, a couple of quick things. One, I wanted to make sure you know this is not a psychological evaluation of any kind. These are just my opinions. In addition to that, I do want to remind you to like and subscribe if you want to see more content just like this. All right, let's go.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
Now, the first thing you saw was as soon as he said Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein's eyes started blinking. We tend to blink like that when we feel stressed. So immediately, when the name Donald Trump was said, Jeffrey Epstein started getting nervous. We're going to go back and we're going to keep watching.
Okay. Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
Oh yeah, he blinked twice.
What do you mean by personal relationship?
Before he started speaking again, you saw the eyes flutter again. More and more stress. These are questions he does not want to answer.
Right.
What do you mean by personal relationships? Have you socialized with him?
Yes. So you'll notice the only place you're seeing stress at first is the blinking. And that's because he's being very aware of how he's coming across. So as well as he's controlling the rest of his face right now, the blinking is giving away how much stress he's experiencing. Next thing I want you to pay attention to is his hands and his face. Watch this right here.
What do you mean by personal relationships? Have you socialized with him?
Yeah, like that.
Yes, sir. Yes? Yes, sir. Have you
Now we just caught something very, very interesting. I actually had to go back after editing this because I caught it while I was editing, and this is really surprising. I want you to watch his mouth. Now,
got it.
When we feel fear,
pause.
It looks something like that. Okay, that's real, genuine fear. Not feeling uncomfortable, not feeling a little bit anxious. That is fear. And when he's talking about this, you briefly see fear flash across his face. And the reason that's so significant is this man is a psychopath. If you read about the things that he has done, he has to be. There's no question about it. So for him to actually feel fear, which he probably doesn't feel very much,
dang,
it has got to be something really intense.
Oh, shit.
So listen to this context.
I mean, he made a compelling point, though. He done all those crimes. I mean, some of the most heinous crimes had an island, dedicated island. Shit, man. Okay, well, all right, let's find out.
I'm going to watch it a couple of times. I want you to watch his mouth. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's subtle, but it is 100% there.
What do you mean by personal relationships? Have you socialized with him? Yes, sir. Yes? Yes, sir. Have you ever
There it was. I'm going to try to pause on it. Watch this.
Socialized with him? Yes, sir. Yes? Yes, sir.
Ooh, okay, a little bit.
Watch the corners of the mouth. They go down, and what it can only be explained as fear.
Have you socialized with him? Yes, sir. Yes? Yes, sir. Have you ever socialized with... Yes, sir. Yes?
Yeah, and he's like hiding the face as well. I guess that's... I mean, I'm not a body language analysis expert, so this is why we got the homie Dr. G on it, man.
Yes, sir. Have you ever socialized with Donald...
And then he immediately follows that up with closing and almost pinning his mouth closed. I mean, look at the way that he is holding his mouth closed. He's not going to try to say anything about this. Like, he's desperate to say nothing about this.
Makes
Let's go back and watch
sense,
that one last time, then we'll keep going.
Yeah, no
What do you
compelling
mean by
point.
personal relationships? Have you socialized with him? Yes, sir. Yes? Yes, sir. Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the...
All right, so if you
he's
look
hiding.
at
He's
each
hiding, yeah.
individual hand position, this, individually, if you keep it paused like that for a long time, or if you're sitting like that to be comfortable, that's one thing. He's very fidgety right now, going from this position to this position. When we touch our lips, it calms.
Yeah, he made a good point, though, because people do that. Even I do that sometimes, like, when we're making videos, like, you probably caught me doing this, right? Like, even now, naturally, I did that, too. It's because, like, I got a table here, and, you know, I'm kind of, like, sometimes, like, I sit straight, sometimes I'm, like, a little hunch over, so I need, like, a little bit of that support, right? People do that, I do that, you do that, too, right? But in this situation, like, this is completely different. Yeah, even though I'm not a body language expert or anything, it does make sense. Like, yeah, he said that, and then he just followed up by, like, hiding his face as though, like, you know, don't want to say too much. Makes sense, yeah.
Us down. You'll also see he's covering his mouth right now. We do this as a way to not say things, to not say something that we want to say. Sometimes you see people withdraw their lips. Right now, he's physically covering his mouth. So there's definitely things that he does not want to say right now. That is very clear.
Yes, sir. Yes? Yes, sir. Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
All right, now we're catching a lot here. If you're watching his eyes and you're watching his hand, that's really where we're seeing everything.
I don't think, yeah, okay, I'm assuming because this is from March 17, 2010. Is it really from 2010? Shit, okay. I think he wouldn't say anything because, okay, let's find out. Let's find out.
Thing right now. Now, oftentimes when we talk, we raise our eyebrows to bring attention to our face. You're not seeing anything like that because he does not want you to be paying attention to him right now. He's trying to hide as much as he can. So you see the hand covering the mouth. That truly is to obscure, one, the view of the face by a little bit. It doesn't obscure it entirely, but also, once again, that's his unconscious desire to not say anything. He really does not want to express what's going on in his mind. Second, continue to watch the eyes. There is a specific rhythm to the way that he continues to blink his eyes. Watch this again. Just watch all of this and just pay attention to his eyes.
Socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18.
Did you see how many times he would stop and start blinking really quickly? I've watched as much Jeffrey Epstein footage as is out there, and he does not always do this.
Yeah, that's a good point he made, right? Because this is something that I heard too. Like, there are some people that naturally blink a lot. It doesn't mean that they're lying or under pressure or none of that. And he said that he watched a lot of Jeffrey Epstein footage where he doesn't blink, and here he is blinking a lot. So that's a different pattern is what he's getting across. That's the point he's getting across. So, yeah, no, that's a good point there.
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
All right.
Yeah,
let's go back and watch the first.
Damn, we could have had the answer back in 2010, but they got rid of him, man, before he could spill the beans, right? The files, guys, I don't think we're gonna get it anytime soon. Seriously, at least not the real files, because if the real files comes out, bro, there's just so many politicians. I'm assuming that based off of what we have seen and the past data and all that, and just assuming based off of information, this is more like an educated guess, but yeah, right, like shit, there's probably some of the most powerful men, powerful politicians on the list. We're not gonna get it. We're probably gonna get the list when all of them have died and passed away, when justice cannot be served. That's probably when we're gonna get to see the real files. And we may not even get it in our lifetime. We may get it when they have passed away, when we have passed away, right? Yeah, shit, if we get it early, and if we get the real one, the true one, that would be shocking right now, because based off of everything that's going on, it seems very, very hard. I want to know your thoughts for sure.
First part of that again.
Females under the age of 18.
So you saw a pause, taking time to process what to do. And this is one of the things that we watch in body language, is that body language is mostly involuntary. Not everything we do is involuntary, but the meaningful body language is. So oftentimes when we disagree with something, we can't help but shake our head no. And typically that would happen as soon as he started thinking or feeling it. So as soon as he heard something that he disagreed with, typically what you'd see is you'd immediately see that head shake. What we're seeing here is we're seeing him listen, process, think, and then shake his head. No, yeah. And that has a lot more to do with deception. We tend to associate that specifically with deception, as opposed to as soon as the question's being asked, you're already going to be seeing some subtle head nod. Watch this again. You'll see what I mean.
Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18.
See, there was a pause, subtle head shake, and it looked like there was some contempt in the corner of his mouth, because when we do that, the one side of the face, that's specifically contempt. So I think he felt contempt after being asked this question.
He's gonna say psych.
It's very subtle, but you can see it on the left side of his mouth.
I'd like to answer that question, at least today. I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
So I talked about how he's putting...
Yeah, he didn't say no, he didn't say yes, but the body language kind of said it all. That's crazy. And now he's, of course, no longer with us, so the answer's kind of buried with him. Or not really, we got the files, but the files are not coming out, so...
Putting his hand over his mouth to block what he's going to say. Watch, it goes exactly in line with what he's saying right now. Watch this right here.
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today...
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, he's telling you, he's covering his mouth. I'm not saying anything today. He also closes his eyes or is looking down, but he's averting his gaze when he's saying that. Being deceptive, even for people that are psychopaths, can be uncomfortable if they're in a situation where they feel like the stakes are really, really high. And this is one of those situations.
I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
Now look at the blinking stops as he is asserting his 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights. Watch this.
Females under the age of 18.
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th.
That was the one time we saw an eyebrow raise, at least today. So he's now very clear. Focus on this. I'm not saying anything today.
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
Yeah, man, we're never getting the files at this point, but we gotta keep on with We Demand Answers. Check out this video on the screen if you have not seen it, because the stuff that came out recently just absolutely insane, diabolical. I'm not sure if you saw this or not, but check it out if you haven't, and I'll see you right there. It's crazy.